There's that little pause and that slow, methodical approach to the Oki, which we've seen adopted for him in Group A so far this week. But it has been with success, but
30.
not on this occasion. A let-off for Neil Duff.
Game shot on the second leg.
Massive error from Kieran Tian.
Neil, you require 62.
Double 16 for Neil Duff up to double 8.
Game shot on the fifth
Does
leg.
extend
Neil
the game.
Duff.
Hold a throw, but this is the leg. This is the one that he needs to put something in. Well, he's hit big, but is it too late for Neil Duff?
Kieran,
Massive shot to leave
32.
tops and to put a bit of pressure here on Tian.
Game shot on the match.
The
Kieran
scoreboard
Tian.
pressure, although very good, wasn't effective, and Tian gets the better of Neil Duff. 4 legs to 2, an average of 86.88 for Tian. Duff 85.76, the only 180 in the match coming from Tian. And he gets the job done despite 4 from 17 on the outer ring. Up next, Rhys Robinson against Andy Davidson. What you're going through right now in terms of playing WDF events and travelling to qualify for the Masters and the Worlds, you know how much of a long-winded campaign it's been, and expensive.
Game shot on the first leg. Rhys
Oh, the start,
Robinson.
that is from Rhys Robinson. A 180, a 124 finish and a 12 darter, but
The late 20s that have played Super Series darts over the last few years.
it's a really good place to
140.
watch the evolution of the players, which is something I really enjoy about the Super Series, seeing the stars of tomorrow today. This is a great
Rhys
game of
require
darts. That's the
81.
fifth maximum of the game. 4-1 in the favour of Rhys Robinson, who will need to go for the bullseye here. He did take a look at the scoreboard to see that Andy Davidson is within
Game
range,
shot on
and
the
what
fourth
a
leg,
dart
Rhys
that is from
Robinson.
Rhys Robinson, averaging 110. It's like the Premier League finals have come early.
Fifth leg. It's Rhys to throw first.
This is
Game on.
a stunning performance.
7-9, so Rhys Robinson will return to put his first 2 points on the board here in Champions Week.
133. Rhys, you require
A
40.
little bit of pressure from Andy Davidson. Nothing suggests he
Game
will
shot
miss,
and the match.
and he
Rhys
doesn't, and that
Robinson.
is some statement in match number 1 from Rhys Robinson, one of the highest averages of the week so far, right up there with 3 of the best we've seen. One from Bo, of course, in the 108 region, and we have one from Andreas Harrison around 106, and 4 180s, 4 out of 9 on the doubles, 3 140s, just the 1 dart at the double for Davidson in the entire match. Well, our final 2 players of this Group C, they're up next. Bradley Roos takes on Andreas Harrison.
Andreas, you require 127.
Well, this is a move being made here by Andreas Harrison, leaving the Hinks. He's gone for tops.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
Nice
Andreas
finish there
Harrison.
from Andreas Harrison. With Bradley Rose back on 200, he didn't have to go for the 17. Just taking a moment here, Bradley. Trying to make sure of that first dart. Sat beautifully. I was quite expectant there of Bradley after that
105.
beautiful first dart, but it's over
Andreas
to Harrison, the
requires
seesaw of
72.
opportunity and the chance to get the points. Wayward again.
Game shot
And rescues the
match.
situation in
Andreas
the end. A
Harrison.
good last leg there from Andreas Harrison. The chance may have slipped him by when he hit the 5. Bradley Roos would certainly have been watching over the shoulder, expecting or hoping for an opportunity that never came. Andreas Harrison continues the form of yesterday as he kicks off his Group C campaign with a 4-3 victory. And coming up next, Kieran Tian takes on Rhys Robinson.
Rhys, you require 104.
Rhys will be expecting to have 6 from here. I only need the 3.
Game shot.
What
and
a
the match,
beautiful finish
Reece
there from Reece Robinson to cap off another quality performance there, and he is here to play. 16-1 at the start of the week. That did get backed in, we are sure, and now Reece Robinson showing and giving those backers a little bit of something to get excited about. A 4-1 victory, 94 the average, backing up that 106 they had in game number 1. Can Andreas Harrison back up his performance? He's coming up next against Neil Duff. That's what you expect in Champions Week, and you can see there from the scoring power pack just
105.
how good it has been in the scoring phase. This is only 4 legs in.
$57. Andreas
22
requires
scores.
76.
A ton or more.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Andreas Harrison.
Clinical on that occasion.
Neil, you require 86. Game shot.
Beautiful
and the match,
recovery there,
Neil
not just for the
Duff.
shot, but in terms of his campaign. Neil Duff went down in the opening game by 4 legs to 2 at the hands of Kieran Tian, and he has come out here fighting and has put in a massive performance, an average of 103.15 to get his Champions Week up and running. For Andreas Harrison, he played well, but unfortunately for him, it's more of the same. He keeps running into these performances. Coming up next, Andy Davidson takes on Bradley Rose.
Well, both players eager to get off the mark, and what a start that is for Andy Davidson. These two, the only two yet to register a point on the board. Reece Robinson out on top. 4 points, played 2-1-2. Neil Duff
93.
in P2, played 2-1-1. Same as Harrison, same as Tian. Ruse and Davidson looking for their first point, and, well, maybe what a way to start that campaign to do so.
Yeah, hold the process for a moment, Chris, because we're on the 9 data here for Andy Davidson.
Andy, you require
141 points away from a big, big moment, which isn't going to go for him on this occasion, but
83.
safe to say he's looking good for a holder throw at least.
Yeah, just about. You go off and have a cup of tea and come back and still win the leg.
59. Andy, you require 58.
May have time to even dunk some biscuits in that
Game
tea.
shot on the
He
first
dunks that
leg,
one straight
Andy
in the middle of the
Davidson.
top, so very good leg there.
Personality he has.
Even was very good at counting in his head, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was
100
genius. That pause and... Oh, you want me to count?
Another solid leg here from Andy Davidson, though, on the
59.
throw.
Andy, you require
So
40.
3 maximums, and they've all been with the darts, making the task
Game shot on
very,
the
very
third
hard here for
leg,
Bradley
Andy
Rose.
Davidson. Andy, you
Practices,
require
routines,
157.
psychology. This
Game
is a
shot,
beautiful
and the
way
match,
to end the
Andy
game there for Andy Davidson. What a performance and what a group we are having here in Group C. Andy Davidson says, I'm going to join the party. You are a winner. Well done, Andy. A big, big performance, averaging 105.99. A 3 180s. Brilliant 157 to get it done. Can this continue? It looks like it might. This is a very hot Group C. Kieran Tian takes on Andreas Harrison next.
Throwing something
146.
around 20 odd grams or lighter or heavier, so it's not like you're throwing a shot put.
130.
What a fantastic setup play that is from Andreas Harrison. The favourite to go on and win this group. He's playing his 3rd game here. But he would
140.
be joining Reece Robinson at the top.
Andreas, you require 16.
Should he be able to complete the job.
Game shot.
That
and
is
the match,
job complete and
Andreas
job done for
Harrison.
Andreas Harrison. He was the favourite to win this group, and he just shown us why there with the most comprehensive victory of the day so far. A victory without reply there for Kieran Tian, who started his day off really well with victory, but that is now 2 defeats in a row for Tian and a big leg difference swing against. So he's going to have to regroup for the rest of the day. But Andreas Harrison picks up his 2nd win puts himself joint at the top with Reece Robinson, who is coming up next against Bradley Rose.
On that cusp, isn't he? We don't.
Danger zone.
Yeah. Oh, is he going to back him up with a max of his own? There's the answer.
Well, that backs it up and pressures the shot now, because Bradley would have thought he had a bit more time than he now may appear to have. Double 16 to take us to a decider. Brilliant shot there from Bradley Rose. But now he's got the big task. Now he's got the big problem. Will return, but just got that winning mentality here. Seems frustrated at the fact he now needs to throw more darts.
121.
Bit of a flyer with the last one there for Bradley.
36. Game shot and the match.
Job
Reece
done.
Robinson.
Once again for Reece Robinson. Get in, come on, he says. And he is looking all so solid. A 13 dart leg there for Reece Robinson. An average just shy of the 100 mark. That is averages of 106, 94 and 99. Reece Robinson is certainly here to play on Champions Week. Coming up next, Neil Duff, Andy Davidson.
You require 89.
It's an exchange of haymakers.
Game shot on a second leg.
11
Andy
darter.
Davidson.
Wowzers. Well, they come into this tie both producing
Third leg.
and on the back of
first.
wonderful performances.
Game on.
He's only missed one
54.
in the whole day.
Wow.
14.
That is
Neil,
the
you
danger,
require
isn't it, with the stacker dart
115.
when you're on top wire.
But not too much damage done there from Duff on the last visit.
Will he stay there? I mean, it's a beautiful guide. They opted for the 54 for 36.
55. Andy, you require 40. Game shot.
And another
and the
brilliant
match.
performance
Andy
there from
Davidson.
Andy Davidson to get the better of Neil Duff. Duff played his part but was restricted in the end to a few shots at the big outplays. But Andy Davidson backs up the performance of the 105.99 in the last with 100 again of his own, the 102.77. He is certainly putting his hat in the ring in regards to those two qualifying places that are up for grabs. We'll be taking a look at all the play in a couple of minutes' time.
Reece, you require 116.
Beautiful dart to leave him double 18, a place he really enjoys and
Shot on the
camps
second
out.
leg. Reece
And
Robinson.
a reaction in turn there for Reece Robinson. Both players know they're in a game and
Andreas, you require 81.
Single 16. Ball.
Game shot on a
huge
fourth leg.
moment,
Andreas
huge
Harrison.
exchange in a big match. Andreas Harrison.
Should get a
Andreas,
dart
you
at the ball. We know how
require
good he is
84.
on the ball. Single 18. Ball.
Game shot and the match.
Wow.
Andreas Harrison.
What a performance and what a check out there for Andreas Harrison. Twice there checking out on the ball. The 81 in the leg before and the 84 there, showing why he is the favourite to win this group and really making a claim against what has been the performer of the day so far in Reece Robinson. Look at those averages. Both players around the 98 mark. Another quality performance. And next, we've got a real high performer, Andy Davidson. He's been hitting 100 averages for the last couple of games. Can he keep that up next against Kieran Tian?
Gerard.
The minimum he's going to get is hit in the post. Another.
Oh, beautiful.
Game shot on a third leg. Kieran
A little
Tian.
shake of the head from Andy Davidson. Being done and dusted.
Double 16.
Game shot.
And on the
and
balance of
match.
play, an
Kieran
upset there
Tian.
from Kieran Tian. Andy Davidson came into this game in flying form, 105 and 102. It was never going to stay up to those levels, and the second he's just took the foot off the accelerator slightly, he's being punished, and that is what happens here on Champions Week. Kieran Tian was getting into a bit of bother, winning just one leg in his last two fixtures, but he's back up and running, and he's back in the winner's enclosure. A 4-2 success there for him over Andy Davidson. But coming up next, we look to the bottom end of the table where there's jeopardy coming for Bradley Rose and Neil Duff.
Andy, you require 28. Game shot on a full
Nice.
flag. Andy
Clean,
Davidson.
confident kill there from Davidson. I'm also working on a nice little number as well for the World Masters, which has just come back onto the
Fifth
calendar
flag.
this
Yes,
year.
Andy to
I'm
throw
loving this
first.
idea.
Andy, you require 60.
This is for the match.
Game shot and the match.
Well, that
Andy
is a great way
Davidson.
there for Andy Davidson to bounce back. He had those two big performances in the middle part of the day before losing match number 4. But that game, that result, is the big one there for Andy Davidson. He puts himself in a good position in order to come back tomorrow and battle it out for those top 2 places, where he'll be hoping to book his place in Saturday night. He's got a chance, he's up and running, and he's playing well. 4-1 victory there for Andy Davidson. Andreas Harrison will be back tomorrow. But coming up next, Neil Duff takes on Reece Robinson.
And he has had plenty of them today.
Well,
18.
that would have come down to the
Neil, you
180s. The
require
180s hitting this leg
106.
was his 10th maximum of the day. But he could be punished here for missed doubles. Double 16.
Game shot
A
on the
great
first
finish
leg,
there from
Neil
Neil Duff. Reece Robinson did everything to break the throw and give himself the opportunity, but he couldn't hit
Second
the
leg,
winning
it's
double.
Reece to throw
Yeah,
first.
for Neil Duff,
Game
that
on.
was a holder throw, but it probably felt like a break. Tops if he doesn't hit the ball.
Oh, that looks inviting, doesn't it? You just
Game shot on
knew.
the third leg, Reece Robinson.
And dishes out the uppercut celebration there. Great finish by Reece Robinson. And if he could have
Fourth
put a
flag,
dart
it's
where
Reece
he
to throw
wanted it, it
first.
would have been exactly
Game
like
on.
that first dart.
Yeah, that's almost outstanding.
$26. Neil, you require 40. Game shot and the match.
And Neil Duff ultimately gets the job done, and in some style. 98.53. The average, you can see how much that match meant to him. A really high quality standard from both. 4 180s in the 3 to the man defeated in Reece Robinson, who averaged 94.60. So it is Neil Duff who joins that group on 6 points. Coming up next, our final match of the session, an opportunity for Kieran Tian to join them on 6 points as he faces Bradley Roos.
Kieran, you
Not a bad
require
second prize, Matt.
157.
Well, this would hurt, wouldn't it? After the day that Bradley Rose has had,
Game
Kieran
shot on the
Tian
second leg,
issues him
Kieran
a
Tian.
big haymaker blow. You can see the disappointment all over Bradley Rose, and Kieran Tian
Third
has got a
leg, it's
big
Kieran to
smile
throw
on his
first.
face. Starts in
Kieran, you
hand to get the
require
job
40.
done.
Game
And
shot
he
and the
does.
match. Kieran
Great
Tian.
end to the day there for Kieran Tian, a 4-1 success over Bradley Rose, whose day has just not happened for him. He's lost all 5 of his games and he stays bottom of the table on 0 points, with his chances of qualifying all but done. He has put in some good performances today though, a couple of averages in the mid-90s, but has just always found one too many. Kieran Tian finding a few too many there for the 4-1 success, and giving him some hope in regards to the table as we end the day with 5 players all on 6 points.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, absolutely remarkable. As he says, 5 players on 6 points. We thought Group A was close. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, and there was a stage sort of midday where we thought 1 or 2 may start to stretch their legs at the top of the table. Not worked out like that. 5 players all on 6 points, and well, it should be that way really when you think of how tough it is to win a week here. And just got to feel a little bit for Bradley, and he's just been tailed off
Yeah, because everybody else has been producing real quality in this group, haven't they?
Yeah, when you look at his qualifying numbers, mid-80s, you thought, well, he should be picking up some games, but when you've got a session average in excess of 92, it's always going to be the case. If you don't lift your game 5 or 10 points, you are going to be left stranded, and that's what's happened to him. But it probably doesn't feel like it now. What he's got to do is just go away, regroup, come back tomorrow, and just enjoy it and have a bit of fun.
Yeah, he won't enjoy looking at what we're about to show you. So Bradley Roos, look away now. But for everybody else, I mean, there is plenty to be happy about. Reece Robinson really started it, didn't he, with that 106.51 against Andy Davidson. Kind of unleashed the beast in Davidson then. He's got a 4-1 win over Roos with 105.99, and then another ton-topping average against Neil Duff. And he himself had some fantastic moments as well.
Yeah, I mean, all of the 5 locked on 6 points have all had some great moments today and some big numbers. I think Reece Robinson will probably be the one who's probably most disappointed only to end the day on 6 points and 3 wins, but credit to Neil Duff, he was superb in their final game.
Is that because of the way it went for Reece Robinson, winning his first 3 and then losing the last 2?
Yeah, I think that would be the disappointment, because his level didn't really drop off too much. You've got to sometimes hold your hands up and credit the other players with the quality they've shown. But in terms of out-and-out quality today, Reece Robinson's been outstanding, and he was a player that we tried to feature as early as Monday morning at 9:30, because we're well aware of the quality he possesses. He may not produce it all the time, but my goodness, when he's on, he's really on.
Andy Davidson, statistically, arguably the best player in this group. I will see the numbers on social media after the show, but I think he's probably at the top of the list. Has he emerged? Has he kind of put himself alongside those established players this week?
Absolutely. I said I didn't really know anything about him, and I was given an heads up and was told, look, watch out for Andy Davidson in the week that he qualified. And, it pretty much as I tuned in, he popped a 110 in, then a 104. And then I'm sort of scurrying around to see what I can find out about him. And I'll be honest, I thought, well, he played lovely in qualifying, but Champions Week's different. He's up against real established players with lots of experience, former world champions in Bow and of course Duff. But yeah, he can hold his head high. He belongs. He's got a big future. His throw might not be the most conventional, but my goodness, it's effective, and he's definitely one I'm going to be fascinated not just to follow this week, but on and on throughout the rest of his career, because I think he's got a future.
Another player that is established on that stage, Andreas Harrison. He's playing well, but he's doing it the hard way, isn't he?
Yeah, he's such a big scorer. He can carve out opportunities and then just offers them back. And at a certain level, you'll get a second bite of the cherry. Champions Week, it's not going to happen. And at the level he's trying to play at with regards to playing on Euro tours and possibly getting a card, you're going to get found out if you're needing that second chance, that sixth turn as we call it, and sometimes a seventh. They're not going to happen at this level.
Right, let's have a look at the table. It makes very interesting reading, as we pointed out at the start of this chat. 5 players on 6 points, all pretty much inseparable. Harrison and Davidson, you see, level on every single metric there. 2 are going to go through. We know it's going to be from 5 now, Mace. I mean, I'm going to task you with the difficult job of predicting which 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember a group just separated. I mean, they're all locked on the same points, but just separated by 3 legs. That's what's even more remarkable. Yeah, I think Robinson's going to come through, but yeah, it's a real tough call. It wouldn't either combination of that 4 really, and I think that's testament to how close they've played and how closely tight they're locked in on the table. Yeah, you can't write off Neil Duff, can you? You'd be a fool if you do that. It took him a while to win on a Saturday here, but once he's won, they're like buses. They keep coming along. Quick
word on tonight. Group B getting underway. Labanauskas, Fansky and Crabtree coming in. What are you expecting from that group?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Darius plays this evening. A real established pro, lots and lots of experience. Other end of the scale, Cam Crabtree's an exciting youngster who's trying to make a name for himself in the game. But he wasn't particularly thrilled with the manner in which he qualified. But I'm sure he's gone away and put the hours in. And yeah, that's going to be equally as tough to predict as well, because the 2 coming in from Group A, they're going to come in hot.
We'll get more thoughts from you later on. Chris Mason and Matthew Edgar will be with us this evening from 10 p.m. for the start of that Group B. Group C, like Group A, so close, you'll get plenty more drama. Do join us here on the Motor Super Series YouTube channel.